Welcome to UK Theme Parks. My name's Adam, and today we're going to have a look at Legoland Windsor Resort, which is the first park to announce exactly which rides will reopen in 2020, which ones might be delayed in opening, and which ones have been postponed until 2021. Now then, we are just a couple of weeks away from potential theme park opening on the 4th of July. As long as everything goes well in the world, that is when we'll be able to get back at the theme parks. Most of the parks, probably 80% of them, are preparing to open on this day. Now then, with a lot of dark rides and close, proximity rides in the UK, it's been very difficult to tell which ones may open and which ones might not open or have to open on some kind of reduced capacity. Now, Legoland have taken a step now to go through and kind of announce what's going to be available when they reopen. Now, again, we hope they will reopen on the 4th of July. That is not 100% confirmed yet, but certainly looks the way everything is going, this is when it will happen. Now then, we're just going to have a look through the rides and attractions of Legoland. All the ones that are staying open are at the top, and then all the ones which are going to be closed are at the bottom. At the top, we have the new Duplo Dino coaster, which did open for a few days before the park shut. That will be open. Driving School will be open. Coast Guard HQ will be open. Fairy Tale Brook will be open. Ninjago, which is an indoor attraction, will be open. The Dragon will be open. The Legoland Express, Miniland, the Duplo Valley Airport, which has had a bit of a refresh for this year, that will be open. The Lego Studios will be open, the 4D attraction, which was actually shut before all this happened. It was shut running up to the lockdown period, but that says that will be open. The Balloon School will be open. The Jolly Rocker will be open. The Treasure Quest, which is the log flume, that will be open. Drench Towers, strangely, will be open, along with the Splash Safari. Fire Academy, Duplo Express, the Viking River Splash will be open. Mia's Ride and Adventure, Destiny's Bounty, and the small learning cars will also be open. Aero Nomad, the Duplo Playtown will be open, along with the Desert Chase, the Spinning Spider, Thunder Blazer, Merlin's Challenge, which is rethemed for this year. Raft Racers, which again was closed before the lockdown period, that will be open. Castaway Camp is being advertised as being open, along with the Education Centre and the Hill Train. Now then, we then move into currently closed attractions. Now, these are currently closed due to the pandemic to aid in social distancing. However, they do just say currently closed. It is worth stating that they're currently closed. So when the park reopens, if it's on the 4th, these rides will not be open. That includes Laser Raiders, Scarab Bouncers, the Sky Rider, which I'm really surprised about, the Model Making Studio, the Game Zone, it's a thing to be touched in there. Lego Reef is all touchscreen. Apocalyptic Berg, I have no idea what that is, but that will be shut. The Pirate Gold Wash will be shut, and the Deep Sea Adventure, which again rethemed. We bought you an early POV of that before audio, but that is going to be closed, and that was open leading into the lockdown period. Now, really, really interestingly, we have some shut rides. We have some completely shut rides that will not be reopening in 2020. That includes the recent Monster House Monster Party, won't be opening again this year. That also includes the Dragon's Apprentice and of course the Squid Surf. And I think with Squid Surfer, because of the new area being built for 2021, this really does answer the question if the construction is still happening at Legoland for 2021. Absolutely, and they've confirmed this here that it's close to refurbishment and it will be returned in 2021. So much like Chessington, if you saw our update from the park the other day with the Ramesses site, it looks like construction has indeed continued at Legoland, and when we get back to the park, we expect to see quite a lot of progress being made and probably that area being closed off. So Squid Surfer will be shut now for the rest of the year. Again, I'm not sure that opened either. I don't think that opened. Might have opened for a couple of days beforehand, but yeah, a little bit of a surprise. We're expecting that to go. Some of these attractions we're a bit surprised with. I think it's capacity reasons why Deep Sea Adventure was shut. You would have to have a group in each boat, which might take too long. I'm really surprised with Sky Rider, I have to be honest. You can't get much more distant than being out and about with people. I guess as we are potentially changing to a 1 meter rule as well, even if the ride was to break down and stop, you are still going to be a distance away. But that's their choice. Laser Raiders as well. It's going to be an indoor queuing section. Same with Scarab Bouncers. I'm not too surprised about that. I am surprised to see that Castaway Camp will be reopening along with the other Duplo play area as well, the Duplo Playtown. A bit shocked that that will be opening, and potentially the Lego 4D cinema show, which was indeed shut when we kind of went into this period. That was shut as part of the restrictions. So there are some surprising ones on here that won't be open, and some not so surprising ones as well. But what do you think? What do you think about it? Do you think there should be more shut? Do you think they could have opened some of those attractions? Let us know below. Now then, following on from this, Chessington World of Adventures. It's really good now, actually. All the parks have exactly the same looking website. I think that's the first time in years they've been pretty much identical. They have also updated some of theirs. Now, you can see Vampire Cobra, Jungle Bus, Monkey Swinger. They will be open. Temple of Mayhem, however, will not be open. And again, it requires quite a lot of touching, quite a lot of running around. Not too surprised about that. That was shut pre-lockdown as well. Dragon's Fury will be open. Academy Capers will be back open. Griffin's Galleon will be open. And Dragon Playhouse, though, the indoor area, will also be closed. As you can see, currently unavailable, and it says due to social distancing. Now, there are none other rides that I remember seeing. Well, I'll have to double check through. All the new rides in new area. Tomb Blaster will indeed be open as well. Room on a Broom is due to be open. Room on a Broom was also closed heading into the pandemic period. And surprisingly as well, Amazon will be open. But of course, this does follow on from Legoland, with Legoland saying that you know, their play areas will be open. It makes sense then that Chessington would have their areas open. Seastorm will be open. Zufari, which was also closed, and you know, no sign of life in it from our update, that will also be open. So both parks look like they're updated, ready to roll. Now, we've checked the Fort Park and the Alton Towers website, and there's no news on this. And of course, you know, Alton Towers have a very, very similar ride to what Legoland have in the Madhouse, the Vekoma Madhouse. They have Hex as opposed to the Haunted House. And at the moment, there's no sign on whether or not Hex will be open. What do you think? Do you think it will be open? Do you think they'll run differently to the other park? Might do. Might do. The queue system very slightly different in Hex. They could probably accommodate it a little better than what the cattle pen for the Haunted House can. However, what do you think from the announcements from the park? I say announcements, from the silent announcements from the park. Both Legoland and Chessington look like their lineup is set. And of course, we're waiting on Alton Towers and Fort Park to do the same, and indeed other theme parks across the country. There might be some restrictions in many parks. Are you expecting closures at Fort Park? Are you expecting closures at Alton Towers? Let us know. Let us know in the comments below. Really interesting to see. Legoland look like they're being hit really, really hard by this, where Chessington look like they're not being. We can't wait. Can't wait to the 4th. We can start getting back out and about, and we'll be adventuring to these theme parks over the period of July. Hope you come along for the ride. It's been UK Theme Parks, and we'll see you next time.